We are now joined by our race winner, Ryan Truex. Congrats on back-to-back wins. Can you tell us what this means, how you feel?
I feel really good. I'm a little bit surprised, honestly. If you told me 50 laps ago that I was going to win, I would have said you're crazy. Definitely was not as easy as last year, that's for sure. I just put us behind the 8-ball in qualifying, starting 12th. I knew we started 12th last year, but we struggled a bit with being too free here today. So team did a great job. Took me a while to figure out the restarts. I feel like I was just giving up too much. And then the last pit stop, I absolutely butchered it. And thankfully it didn't rain because we would have finished like 16th. So really, I mean, the credit goes to the team. They gave me a good car. Tyler Allen, the whole 20 group, they're winners. And they've won with everybody in their car now this year. So glad I could add my name to that list. And Tyler Green up top did a great job of making me, letting me choose the right restart lanes. That was a big thing at the end, I think, was being in the right lane and being able to get a launch and give a good push. And when I was able to, get to the front, my car was a lot better. I was a lot more confident in it. I was able to feel like I was able to steal one a little bit, which I've never done that before. So it's a pretty cool feeling.
Well, congratulations. We'll go ahead and open up for questions. If you have one, raise your hand and we'll get right to you. We'll start in the back with Jeff and then come to Reed.
Obviously, this win last year, you were hoping maybe it could lead to something full-time. But since then, you've only, in the last year, raced 6 starts. This is your 6th time racing, I think, since then. So how difficult is it to be able to show up with such a, herky-jerky, halting type basis of starts and be able to go still perform as well as you did today?
It's really hard. That's, unfortunately, I have a lot of experience at it. Because I feel like I do it every other year or every year. The big thing that's helped me is Toyota, TRD, having, all of the tools at my disposal to become a better driver, the people I have surrounding me, from fitness to being able to go to the sim all the time. I spend a lot of time in the simulator, which helps me a lot, I feel like, and it's made me a better driver over the past 2 years. Just being in the JGR camp, like you're just surrounded by winners and successful people. And I feel like it just it rubs off on you a little bit. And I've learned a lot in the past 2 years and feel like I'm the best I've been. And really the one thing I'm lacking is being out there every week, because even like today, it took me half the race to get my racecraft right, because I don't do it every week. I know I've run 4 races this year, but 3 of them were super speedways, which is completely different to this style of racing. So my restarts at the start of the race weren't good. My pit road definitely wasn't very good. And it was just all me. But if I do it every week, then that all comes to me right away as soon as we unload off the truck. So I feel like if I was out here every week, I'd be contending for wins every week. And to go out and do it like that after dominating last year, I feel like for me proves a point that I was able to, win with a car that wasn't the best. And we ran 8th to 10th the whole race and just had really good restarts, and we were able to steal one. So to win 2 times here in completely opposite ways, I think at least for me, is a testament to what I'm capable of.
We'll go to Reed.
Reed Spencer with the NASCAR Wire Service. Before the last restart, Carson's team was debating top or bottom. And
so were we.
Seemed like it was about a 50-50 call. Were you surprised you got the bottom, and were you happy at the time that you were there?
Well, going into this race, we thought top was going to be preferred, and last year it seemed like it was. But it's situational. It's really dependent on who's in your lane. A few restarts before that, the 88 was on the bottom and had really, really bad wheel spin. And then the 21 was on the top next restart as the leader, and he had really bad wheel spin. That's when Sheldon, I think, got the lead, or he got the lead for a second. But he got a jump on the 21 on the bottom. So it was weird that it kept flip-flopping. And a lot of it's, you pick up all the rubber on the track, and sometimes you pick up just the bottom lane, sometimes both lanes. Then you throw a little rain into the mix. I felt like we could have won from either lane. I felt more confident in my car on the bottom. So I was glad I had that entering 1 and 2. I think if I had the top outside of the 88, I wouldn't have been able to run with him through 1 and 2. He was really good on the bottom, and I was just too loose to run up in the rubber. So I was glad I got it. And the biggest thing for me, I could enter really, really far into the corner all day on both ends, but really into 3, I was strong. And that's where a lot of people struggle. So I knew it was going to be really important to just latch onto his quarter getting into 3. And, I was able to drag him back enough where we were even. And then I just took the lane away from him coming to the white. So, yeah, I wasn't surprised because he had so much wheel spin on the bottom, but I was surprised at how much the lanes changed throughout the race and even throughout the last few restarts. And I think a lot of that's just the way we pick up the rubber on the track.
We'll go to Dan and then right up here to Adam.
Thanks. Back here, Dan Galston, AP. Last year you had your father and your brother in victory lane. Were they here today?
Oh, yeah, they were here.
They were here today?
Yep.
All right. Did they, I guess, again, to experience that with your family, anything amusing said about it? Like, here you are, another family reunion and victory lane kind of?
Yeah, right? It seems like it. Martin was pretty pumped up again. Not as much as last year, but he was still pretty pumped up, and so was my dad. And obviously, my fiancée, Leah, was here. So she said she was at the, I wonder if she can hear me over there. She said she was at the crossover gate with like 15 to go. She's like, he's 16th or whatever. He's going to be grumpy. I better just go wait for him. And we just had some good restarts, and it worked out. But, yeah, it's to win twice in both of my home track and have family here. All the fans are so cool, and they all cheer for me, probably because I'm Martin's brother, and they all love Martin, but I'll take it. But it's really cool when you get out and have that much support.
So she came back?
Huh? She came back. Yeah, she's right here. Yeah, she was in victory lane. I think she said a tire guy picked her up and pushed her here on a tire cart, so she didn't have to walk too much.
We'll come right here to Adam.
I'm Dover Motorsports today. First off, congrats on the win, Ryan.
Thank you.
So the last question kind of already harped on what I'm about to say, but earlier I was able to ask Martin what he thought about both of you sweeping the wins here last year and whether you guys have reminisced on that. So I guess where I'm going with this is, like you said, 2 wins in 2 years here on a part-time basis. What's your home track? Just how are you feeling right now, the emotions of being able to get it done twice now?
It feels good. It definitely feels different than last year. It's hard to replicate your first win, but like I said, to do it the way we did it feels really, really good for the car we had. That's really what I'm proud of the most. And yeah, the pressure is definitely on Martin now to go out tomorrow, and maybe it'll rain. They'll race on Monday, and then he'll win. But yeah, no, I know nobody wants that, but I'm just saying it's good for him. But yeah, the pressure's on, and hopefully he can do it again.
Awesome. Congrats again.
Thank you.
We'll go to Lee.
Lee Spencer, Sirius XM, NASCAR Radio, and CatchFence.com. I was talking to Steve D'Souza, and he was saying that, everyone's working to try to get you sponsorship. And I'm just kind of curious what, if something was able to happen, what would it be like to have a home where you're at, where anytime you get into this equipment, you're capable of winning? And just talk about the challenges of even somebody who wins and has won, twice back-to-back here. It's still difficult to find the dollars.
Yeah, it's hard. I mean, I've dealt with it my whole career. It's just part of it. But there's 37 other guys out there that figure it out. So this definitely helps, and I feel like having 2 now on a part-time basis is a big statement, that I should be out there every week. But it feels like home already to me, honestly. I spend so much time with the sim guys on the Cup side. I'm at the Cup shop all the time, and I'm at TRD all the time. I've driven the wheel force car. I've done a lot of things on the back end side that most people don't see, and I don't really share. I feel like I'm terrible on social media now, but I do a lot behind the scenes, so I feel like it's already home. And then the Xfinity races to me just feel like a bonus, and a chance for me to go out and prove myself. And yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's obviously it's about sponsorship, and days like this and runs like this help with that.
We'll go right here to your left.
Seth Woolcock with In Between Media. Ryan, you now have 2 Xfinity wins at your home track. What's next on Ryan Truex bucket list?
Whatever race I run next, win that. And then the one after that, I think I have 5 races left, 6 races. How many have I run? 4? I don't know. I got like 5 or 6 left. So try to win as many of them as I can, and just keep showing that I can be diverse and not just win at one track. And I got an interesting bunch coming up. So, yeah, just looking forward to getting back in the car, and hopefully between now and then I can stay sharp.
Are there any other questions for Ryan? All right, Ryan, congratulations. Thanks for your time.
Thanks. Thanks, Ryan. Yeah.